Hello there, it's your girl StaceNthePlace, and in this video we are going to be talking about Covered in Roses. Now the scent notes for this is ruby berries, sugared rosebuds, and blush amber. I'm just going to spray a little bit here because, as you know, roses and flowers and things, they're not my favorite, but I dibble and dabble a little bit. So with this, it just smells like a fresh little bouquet of roses to my little novice nose. It doesn't give me the vibe of like, you know how sometimes you smell those rose smells that are like the old school rose, like that tea rose perfume, and it's just like slap you in the face rose. Makes you think of, someone else said this too, the Alice in Wonderland, and how like the queen had that little big old bush of like rose bushes and stuff that she was running through. Like, that is like the extreme mature version of roses. That's not this, thankfully. This one kind of makes me even think of like how these rose Legos, like it just smells very like very young, very fresh, very modern. Almost, dare I say, a little jammy. I don't know, that's just the vibe that it's giving me. So I felt like this little dress kind of went perfectly with a little bit of floral, but not too much. So I was surprised because this one, I really didn't anticipate to fall in love with this one. I'm not in love, but I will say that I'm in like. Now, the question that a lot of people have been wondering is how close does it come to Delina? So first, I just wanted to give you, my first impression of the vibes, because as we know, comparison is the thief of joy. But let's just check this out. So, I just sprayed it right here. This is my little sample of Parfums Delina. Stop. Chucksy, you can come down here. You can be nice. So we're just going to spray this down here. Stop. Okay. And so I had sprayed it a couple of times earlier just to test them out. And I feel like they are, I feel like they are very similar. I will say the Delina one, it gives me more of that, what's the best word to say? That more, maybe roses that have a little bit more wisdom. Roses that have been here in the Garden of Eden for a while, and like, they're thoroughbreds and they've been here, they stayed here, they're gonna roll here, like it is what it is. Versus Covered in Roses, it's very similar, but somehow it has added elements, which I'm assuming is the amber blush that gives it a little bit more of a sweetness and a little, like a tad bit more of like, dare I say, a modern flower vibe. And like, I hate to sound ageist, but that's kind of like, that's the best way that I can describe it right now. If you enjoy Delina, I feel like you will also enjoy Covered in Roses. Or wait, isn't it Covered? Yeah, Covered in Roses. I think you will enjoy both of them. The thing is, if you smelt Delina, but you felt like it was a little bit too much for you, or it was just a little too sharp, then you'll probably like Covered in Roses. As I'm holding Winnie, so these two don't go knuck if you buck over here. They really don't, but anyhow. So another one that I think is very similar and close is going to be the Diptyque Eau Rose. This one, I personally, in my opinion, feel like it's a little bit closer as a dupe for Covered in Roses, but I can appreciate with Delina as well, like is pretty close too. Like they're both fairly close. For me personally, I feel like this one's a little bit closer. But hey, everybody's nose is different. I'm just trying to give you the vibe, so just in case, you get the opportunity to order it online or something, then you'll know. Evelyn Rose by Crabtree and Evelyn. This one's, it's similar. It's similar, but it's not as spot on as the Diptyque Rose. But it's a little less sharp than the Delina. And it's way cheaper. I don't even know if it's in production anymore. And then as far as the Bath and Body Works comparisons, so we have Rose, which it was probably out when Moby Dick was a minnow. wasn't nice. I probably shouldn't have said that. Too late. I said it. This one, it's more... This one's more true to like the flower petal of the rose. It's not sharp at all by all means. But it is totally different. Like, I feel like this one is more of a singular note kind of rose vibe. Like, you bought a pack of roses and they've just been like sitting and chilling on your countertop. They're not like the fresh bouquet that someone just bought, and it has like a nice little variation of some like, you know, cute, nice little roses, kind of like these, versus this one. It's been there a little while. It hasn't been there forever, so they're not like old, sharp, and a little like crusty just yet. Like, I don't know. That's just how the Delina one smells to me. So like, if that helps. It's not the same thing as the regular schmegular old school rose. Then as far as comparison to these two, so whipped rose and vanilla and whipped rose latte, they both have the same scent notes: crushed rose petals, cocoa flower, and whipped foam. And for a quick memory, covered in roses is ruby berries, sugared rosebuds, and blush amber. I can appreciate how people would say that they think that these two remind you of each other. I would say maybe they're distant cousins. These two, the cocoa just sticks out so much to me, to my nose, that like there's just no comparison. I personally would enjoy these more because I'm not a super huge rose lover, and I really like the balance with the cocoa to give it a little extra, little pizzazz, a little extra something for your nose to grab on. Versus with this one, you know, you have your rose, but it's also a little bit sweeter with the rubies and the blush amber, and it just smells like, I don't know, it just smells like the newest rose on the block. So, you know, is it like exactly close to Delina after I've talked trash about why I don't particularly care about Delina? I feel like it's close, but it's a nice new and improved version. Oh gosh, the girls are gonna come for me. Okay. It's not a new and improved version. It's like Delina, I don't know, they have so many flankers of it, so we'll just call it Delina 4.0, okay? So bottom line, would I recommend Covered in Roses? If you like roses, then definitely it'll be an easy grab for you. If you enjoy Delina, I will definitely say that it is a very close dupe to it. It's a little bit more sweet, more crowd pleasing. And I don't know, for me, I like it more than Delina. I don't know how other people will feel. For some reason, Delina just comes off very sharp. The Roses by Bath & Body Works is a little more linear, but Covered in Roses, it's just got that extra pizzazz that makes you think, it's interesting. It's something new. It's, dare I say, Delina 4.0, and it makes it a little bit more interesting. So with that, I hope that was helpful if you were considering ordering Covered in Roses or picking it up from the store. And with that, hopefully we will see you all in our next video. So make sure you take a second to subscribe down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Right, Winnie? Will we catch him in the next one? Say yeah, say thanks for hanging out. Bye.